Recording in progress.
All right. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with you to share some information and to enlighten and to empower. My name is Dr. Rosalind Shaw Belt. Everybody calls me Dr. Roz. I am the CEO of Dream to Life Productions and Ministry. I'm a wife. I happen to be a musician. Yes, I play keyboard. And I'm a videographer. I love to take people's ideas from their inception when they're trying to be creative and make it a reality. That's the dream to life. I am a recording engineer. Many years ago, I was president of a record company, and that's where I learned to develop that skill to take, again, that person's idea and put it on, your record. We don't know nothing about that. CDs, MP3s, all that, and even into visual form. I've been a co-pastor for many, many years. I have 2 doctorates, not a medical doctor. My doctorate's in theology and divinity. And I do dibble and dabble with web and graphic design. I love more than anything else to inspire and to motivate people. I am a licensed insurance agent in the state of Texas and in the state of Georgia. And I am a network marketer. And fortunately, I've made some transitions, as you can probably tell, even in the pictures, we've gone from one place to another, but we'll hear a little bit more about that in a few minutes. But again, I'm excited to have you here. If you're here for the very first time, please, please, please put your name in the chat box. Let us know who that person was that invited you, because you want to kiss them, you want to shake their hand, you want to pat them on the back, because they're sharing some powerful information with you for a very special reason. Let me tell you a little bit about our company. Our company is named Wakanna, and we're on our way to Wakanna. We launched on April the 20th, 2019. Yes, we are almost 4 years old. Amazing. But we started out with a line of CBD products and essential oils. And then in 2020, we expanded to include a complete line of wellness and weight management products. Then in 2021, we introduced the transition that you see in my life and in many others, the flat belly lifestyle. Currently, we really have more than we're right at probably about 30,000 customers. And our team, our executive team, has over 100 years plus of combined experience in the direct sales and the multi-billion-dollar other industries that they've helped to shape. We are so proud that one of the things that we do is that we reinvest 1% of our gross profits to empower underdeserved communities. And guess what? We've got a 5-star rating on Google. Yes, we do. Tell you a little bit about our mission. Our mission is that we believe that health and wellness and freedom and legacy are our birthright. And so by offering the most life-changing products in an innovative business, we empower people to elevate their full potential. And we hope that after the end of this day, you will feel that elevation. So let's talk about the industries, because we realized that there were industries that were already making money. So why not participate in those industries? Because the global wellness industry yields over about $3.4 billion annually. So we decided that we didn't just want to have CBD and Delta 8 products, which is a $7 billion industry, but we've also got products in the herbal botanical industry, which is $150 billion industry, the hair care industry, which is an $87 billion industry, the skincare, which is a $190 billion industry, and guess what? The weight loss industry, which is a $288 billion. Do you understand? These are billion with a B. My God. So we've got products in all these industries. But not only that, we have a medical advisory board that we're proud to say that we have, that not only do they recommend our products, not only do they use our products themselves, but they also use our products for their patients, their clients, and their family. So let me ask you the question. How many of you out here this morning know somebody that's just dealing with pain? They wake up with it, they go to sleep with it, they go to work with it. It has become their new norm. They don't even think there's any relief for that pain. What about anxiety? Oh my God, pandemic is just causing all kind of anxiety in our lives, right? And even when they say numbers are better, then they say numbers are going up and you just don't know which way to go. And so you're walking around, somebody sneeze and you're turning around, somebody cough and you're like, oh my God. anxiety. But see, what we don't understand is we don't have to live with these things. We don't have to live with these disorders and these medical issues in our body. Wakanna has products just to help you relax. Oh my God, gummies that help you relax your mind, the cream helps you relax your body, all these things. We even have products that give you relief. Now, we never say that we cure or we can litigate or mitigate anything, but we need assistance when that back is hurting, when those muscles are tired, when you've got neuropathy and you need relief from that tingling in your body. I have a godmother. That's what she uses our pain cream for. What about the passion? Come on now. Don't fool me now. Sometimes we need a little assistance to raise up the passion level and to make us feel and have that sexual experience, that bedroom experience that we should be having. And then creativity. You know, those of you that are writers and musicians and just trying to come up with writing something, what about the creativity being raised up through our products? And then our hair care products. Oh my goodness, we've got a full hair care line, save our strands to help thicken your hair, to help with that alopecia, the hair loss, the edges that are messing up, the spa treatment, my goodness, the glow. Somebody said, you got to glow. Hey, sometimes you got to glow because of the things that we're using to give us that healthy glow in our skin. And then fitness. We got to curb the appetite, right? We got to burn the fat. We got to get it away. We got to elevate our performance. And then our detox. Everybody should detox. There's no person on the earth that should not be doing something to get the stuff that we can't do nothing about. We can't do nothing about them shooting up the chickens and the cows and the turkeys and spraying on our fruits and vegetables. But we can get it out of us. And that's what our detox does, eliminating, detoxing, and nourishing our cells. We'll talk more about that later. But why are we even concerned about wellness? Well, we believe that true well-being is only found by connecting, just as our great-grandmothers did, to the garden, the earth, and to our inner wisdom. How many of you can think back? I had a great-grandmother who would go to the plant, get the aloe vera plant, bam, put it on your body. Rash was gone. The sore was gone. I mean, didn't take a pill or didn't take a capsule, didn't take all these medications. They went to the earth. And even scripture tells us in Genesis chapter 1, verse 29, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit and seed in it, they will be yours for food. So the fruit is for your food. The plant shall be your medicine. Come on now. But we're living in a society. You probably know this. The top cause of death is heart disease. And then we have cancer and of course now COVID-19. But one of the things that's not on this list is being misdiagnosed in our healthcare system. So it's time for a change. I'm just saying, I'm shouting it to the rooftop. I'm telling everybody I come in contact with, I feel about this the same way I feel about Jesus. Everybody ought to know, because it's intentional what's taking place in our lifetime. I mean, we as a people, I'm African American, we're disproportionately impacted by almost every chronic and fatal disease. I don't bet there's a person on this call this morning that doesn't have a person somewhere in your sphere of influence that has cancer or is battling with cancer or is a diabetic or, come on, high blood pressure, right? So in the area of preventative medicine, there's some technological advances that we have not even been introduced to. Matter of fact, it's intentional. They don't want us to know. They don't really, Michael Jackson sang that song, they don't really care about us. So we got to start by learning first our blood type and then find out what's going on in the cellular level. Because there's some root causes. The lack of oxygen is a root cause of all disease, because that lack of cellular oxygen doesn't allow the cells to breathe correctly. See, God made our bodies to heal itself. He made our trillions of cells to be able to reproduce and to replenish and to die and to regenerate. But if the environment around those cells has a lack of oxygen, we're in trouble. And then what about the mucus and the parasites that we're getting in our body that we don't even know? I had an aunt once. She didn't like the microwave. She said something about that microwave, something about those waves. She might have had something going on because now we have more things going on that our grandparents didn't deal with, fibroid tumors and all these things. Could it be that we're getting some things from those waves? Could it be that we're getting things from what they're doing, how they're raising the cows and the chickens and mucus? Dr. Rita, one of our doctors, she says, take Coca-Cola and pour it on your meat and see all the worms come out. Well, I didn't do that because I don't want to see that. But she just began to tell us that that's what happens because, as Dr. Prince says, that meat goes through a long process before it ever gets to us in the store. So guess what? Inside of us is mucus buildup, parasites growing, causing issues that we don't understand that are not even being diagnosed by an MRI. Mucus buildup from us cooking our food, and then toxins. I mean, just the air we breathe. I live in Houston, Texas, and we have chemical plants down the road from us in Baytown and other areas. And whether you know it or not, a lot of those fumes, they're in the air. No matter how the distance is, you could possibly be affected by it in your liver, in your organs. And too many of us have deficiencies. Oh, let's just talk about vitamin D alone. You get muscle weakness and chronic kidney disease and bone pain and infertility, hypertension and psoriasis just from vitamin D deficiency. Do you know that even when we eat proper foods, because we heat those foods, we now lessen the efficiency of whatever vitamin might be in that. So, say for instance, I love spinach. Love, love, love spinach. Spinach is really good for you. Got great vitamins in it, right? But I like it steamed. See, so now I've lessened the amount of vitamins that I'm getting. So the best way to eat it is to eat it raw. Put it on your salad or however you choose to do so. And then 99% of the people I come in contact with have an acidic body instead of an alkaline body. And everybody doesn't understand the difference between the alkaline and the acidic. And here's what I tell them. You go to the store and you get your Duracell battery. And on the battery, it says alkaline battery, right? And then you put it in your player or your remote control or whatever your device is. And over time, it starts working, it's working. Because why? It has lost its power or it has become acidic. It's no longer alkaline. Well, the same thing happens to our body. The very same thing because of the foods that we eat on the spectrum side of the chart where we're eating right here. Yeah. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Are you over there? Right? Do you see your best friends over there? The foods you really, really love? Yes. That's why we've got to get over to the 7, 8, 9, and 10 side with those raw fruits and vegetables, engaging more of them into our diet because guess what? No disease can dwell on 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Disease can't dwell there. See, it's about the environment that your cells are in. That's why it's important to know your blood type. If you're here right now and you know your blood type, bam, put it in the chat. Let me see. Let me see who knows your blood type. Put it in the chat, put it in the chat, put it in the chat. Because whether you know it or not, you might have a blood type and you might be eating the very food that is toxic to that blood type. That's why you're bloated. That's why you can't get over the chronic diseases. That's why you can't digest your food well. That's why you always get a headache when you eat certain foods. I mean, look at this. Type B. Do you know how many Black folk are type B? And it says avoid what? Chicken? Oh my God. So listen, at least you ought to lessen whatever that particular food is. So it's something that you ought to really get in touch with. Ask the person who invited you here today to teach you and give you the information about eating according to your blood type. Because let me tell you something, our community is bombarded with dialysis centers. I mean, we have more children that are being born after the year 2000 because of what they're eating, fast food restaurants, chicken strips, mac and cheese, burgers all the time. They have a 50% chance of developing diabetes, which is going to shorten their lifespan. They're not going to last as long as those of us who are baby boomers who are waking up and starting to make changes because of those high sugar levels in the blood that are leading to kidney damage.
2/3 of adults are now overweight or obese, and we have an epidemic cascade of debilitating disease that's overcoming the country. There's no way we can sustain the current style of care with the epidemic that we're creating with our diet and lifestyle choices.
The diabetes, the arthritis, the heart disease, the dementia, the obesity, the cancers are affecting about 70% of deaths. All the data is that those 70% of deaths and morbidity are largely lifestyle related and preventable.
Most kids by age 10 in the US already have fatty streaks in their arteries, the first stage of atherosclerosis leading to heart attacks, strokes.
Here in American medicine, we operate from the disease model. We are in the business of treating sick people. We are not in the business of trying to prevent people from becoming sick.
When you look at chronic disease risk, all the things that we walk around worrying about, actually dietary choices trump smoking when it comes to those risks.
If I could deliver one message to the researchers who are looking for the cause of diabetes and the cause of clogged arteries and the cause of high blood pressure and the cause of obesity, I would tell them the answer's in 3 words. It's the food. It's what Americans are eating.
Huh. Did you hear all that? I mean, many of those came out of the mouth of doctors. And our CEO has termed this thing called suicide. We're committing suicide with our fork. I mean, our neighborhoods, they're loaded with fast food restaurants from one corner to the next. You can't make it from one red light to another red light and not see fast food joints on both sides of the street. And our children are being bombarded with commercial after commercial with highly addictive and harmful food. Sometimes even in our mind, we know we shouldn't have it, but because our body's craving it, because it's like being a drug addict. Huge corporations, they've created trillion-dollar industries off of our pain. So I'm excited because here at Wakanna, we have some technology, biofeedback technology, where we can actually detect and show people where they are in the level of disease progression from A to Z. I mean, and it doesn't just show you what you did last week, last month, or last year. It shows you, since you were a teenager, where you are in the cellular structure of your body. It's quantum physics, guys. We learned that stuff back in school, or at least we heard about it. We might not have learned it. We heard a teacher say something about cells, neurons, protons. But it's the difference between Western medicine and Eastern medicine. See, our medicine, Western medicine, is concerned about signs and symptoms. Hey, you've got something, here, take a pill. But Eastern medicine is concerned about imbalance. Where did it start? Nobody has cancer overnight. Nobody has diabetes or high blood pressure overnight. It progressed. And so this technology helps you know way before the crisis. And here's my challenge to you. If you've not had the bioscan, get back with the person who invited you. Find out if there's a coach in your area that can make sure, or maybe you need to drive somewhere, fly somewhere, whatever, because you don't want to wait until the crisis. You don't want to go to the doctor and he says, hey, I'm sorry, you got stage 4 cancer. And I'm like, hey, what happened to stage 1? See, the medical devices are designed to detect disease at the 10,000 cells. That's the way our culture does it, our healthcare system. But this device detects it in 10 cells. When would you rather know? When 10,000 cells get out of balance or when 10 cells get out of balance? It will even show you as it relates to your heart and the vessels around your heart. Where is the plaque building up? Is it in your, or is your blood getting a little too thick? Is it getting moderately too thick? Is it getting mildly too thick, or is it severely too thick? Are you at the point where your vascular resistance, where you got blood all clogged and up and you're about to move towards a heart attack or a stroke? You want to know way before that happens. You want to know, how is your liver functioning? 90% of the people that I do scans for have a fatty liver. What does that mean? It's the same thing as if you had a clogged drain, or it's the same thing as if you had a oil filter that was not cleaned. Clean the oil, don't clean the filter. Send the clean oil through a dirty filter, you still got what? Dirty oil. Same thing with our liver. When our liver is fat, it's not filtering out the mucus and the parasites, all the stuff we're eating. The job is supposed to filter, but we have so many people, because of our diet, because of our meat consumption, because of our animal protein, I say that specifically because sometimes I say meat and folks say, well, I don't eat beef. I'm talking about anything with eyes. It's causing liver disease. And I had a lady tell me once, she said, oh, my doctor told me I had a fatty liver. And I said to her, well, what did he tell you to do? He said, we're going to watch it. Watch it? We're going to watch it progress from fatty liver to fibrosis of the liver, right? We're going to watch it progress to cirrhosis of the liver. And I know y'all think that the only people that get cirrhosis of the liver are folks who are alcoholics, but this is a non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And it is potentially more fatal than having a bottle of vodka every single day, because we don't do anything about it and we keep eating the same way. Okay, so you tell me your mama had a heart attack, your grandmama had a heart attack, and your great grandma had a heart attack. So now the doctor's told you you're going to have one. You're destined because it's in your DNA. I'm going to tell you what's in your DNA. I'm going to tell you what's in all of our DNA. Eating the same way they ate. Because if you eat the same way they ate, you're going to have the same way, you're going to have what they had.
Less than 5% of people who go on a diet actually achieve long-term results. We believe you are ready to live your best possible life by getting off the diet roller coaster. Eating according to your blood type can make significant changes in your health. More than 1/3 of adults in the US are overweight. Obesity is associated with the leading causes of death worldwide, including diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and some types of cancer. Even if you are at your ideal weight, eating against your blood type puts you at risk for chronic illness and disease. These are devastating reports, and we can change them. But it starts with one fundamental truth. One man's food could be another man's poison. It's time to drop the waste. The Flat Belly Lifestyle is a revolutionary approach to living your best possible life. First, we tailor the program with plant-based food for your specific blood type and to promote a healthy gut. Eating against your blood type creates inflammation, chronic illness, and obesity. Second, we recommend that you take our 15-minute bioscan so that we can help you identify what's happening below the surface. Next, simply choose the right phase for you. For added support, we invite you to join the community of people that are achieving success to inspire you and learn from our experts who support you along the way. Take the pledge today.
So we want to go from the bioscan. We want to go and find out what's going on in our body at the cellular level, and then that's when we want to begin to go into the 3-week regimen. So we want to go into the 3-week process. Now, based upon years and years of scanning, what I've ascertained that it takes time in order to get this. This isn't something that happens with just reading a book. You have to learn from experience. These products that were put together based upon the patterns that I'm seeing throughout the Black neighborhood, the Hispanic neighborhood, the European neighborhood. I'm seeing these patterns, but what I'm seeing in the Black neighborhood is the fact that we're overdosing on animal protein. And that's what's causing our bodies and cells to be clogged up and degenerate. So one of the things that needs to happen is we need to clean out the whole gastrointestinal tract. I'm not talking about a physical colonic. I'm talking about liquid colonic. Liquid colonic, it cleans out your whole tract from your stomach to your small intestines, to your large intestines, and whatever's going on in there, whatever blockage, it cleans it right out, just like what? Liquid Drano. Case, that's why I call it liquid colonic, because some of us are severely, constipated, and the sewer system is backed up. And anytime the sewer system gets backed up, just like when it rains, the streets flood. But here's the problem. It's not about streets in your body. It's about organs flooding up with toxins and waste. In other words, the waste is backing up. So if we don't clear that main channel, there is no way the body will fully heal. But when we clear that main channel, also what we want to do in that main channel, we want to clear the mucus out of the main channel. Because if we don't clear the mucus out, nothing is going to be effective in your body. Not the medication, not the nutrients, not the superfood. So we got to clean the mucus out your system. Where does mucus come from? Dairy. Is that something we all grew up doing, drinking, eating dairy? especially in grammar school and high school, we always had those little carton dairy milks. But dairy, believe it or not, cooked food causes a level of mucus in the body. Why? Because human beings were not really created to eat cooked food. We grew up, we lived hundreds of years on a raw live food diet with nuts and grains, but we didn't cook anything. That's why we lived up to 900 years. You get it? We were more alkaline in the beginning. Once we started eating animals, our body became more acidic. And it's been proven that disease cannot survive in an alkaline body, but it thrives in an acidic body. So what are these products? Alkaline, alkaline, alkaline. The regimen is alkaline. The fruits and vegetables, alkaline. Especially, some people say, well, there's some acidic fruits. Yes, acidic before you eat it, but your body actually turns the acid into alkaline inside the body. It's weird the way that happens, but that's exactly what happens. And so once you get the mucus out, of course, you got to kill the parasites because they're feeding on your nutrition. In other words, most of us are deficient because of the years of consuming animal protein and wind up developing parasites in our gastrointestinal lining. You're feeding the parasites, or you're not getting the nutrients through because of the mucus. It's one or the other. So once you clean the mucus out, now you can start to take the superfood into the cells. Now the superfood becomes more bioavailable. It becomes better assimilated. It becomes better absorbed by the body. Now we're correcting what? The B6 deficiency, which led to Parkinson's. So what does that mean for Parkinson's? Now we detour from Parkinson's. And I have a testimony of a brother who did that. He was on his way towards Parkinson's. We scanned him, found out he had a severe vitamin B6 deficiency, corrected the deficiency, detoxed his body. Now he's a vegan and he's living wonderfully. So I know that a lot of this stuff is true, not based upon what I believe or what I read, but based upon what I've experienced. And you cannot discourage experience because that's what a person has experienced. So they can't lie because it's about what they have experienced on this planet. So you're looking at the eliminator, the purifier, and the regenerator, and we are adding an extra product to this process. But for right now, in order to get going on a 3-week process, you want to scan. If you're not local, then you want to send in, a questionnaire. Sometimes we have questionnaires for people who are not here. But bottom line is that you're going to get a regimen, you're going to get recipes, you're going to get everything you need to start becoming your own living testimony. And from there, you teach your family, you teach your friends, and you bring them to where we are. And now you're no longer at this point helpless to saving your family and allowing them to have a healthy life just like everyone else, like my mom. That's what this is all about. This isn't about managing and which management is better. It's about eradicating the necessary need for management or treatment. And then educating more medical doctors, more nurses, so that we can have that bridge between holistic health and allopathic health as we're doing now. And so that's why it's important to understand that this process is about regenerating your organs. How did your organ work when you didn't have medication? Well, that's what we need to get back to. You see, and that's what this reversal is all about.
That's what this reversal is all about. Thank you, Dr. Prince. This is Dr. Eric Prince, who is our naturopath, and we've collaborated with him, and we're so excited about the products that he's brought to the table with Wakanna, as well as this BioScan technology.
I was able to lose 14 pounds, 6 inches, and I love the way I look. I'm not gonna lie, I am loving this. But let me tell you what I love even more. I dropped my cholesterol 50 points. Blood pressure stabilized. And my doctor and I have been fighting for the last 5 years because she wanted to put me on a statin, and I absolutely refused. And she told me I would never change my cholesterol, lower it by diet alone. Well, you can know how excited I felt when I had dropped it 50 points. I want to be optimally healthy until the day I just close my eyes and I'm not here anymore. I hope you join us.
There was challenges to my 21 day. There was a lot of success in the way of learning my temple. Hearing my body, hearing what doesn't need to be in my body. We're talking I like to call my parasites other voices. And I got to see which voices were mine all along and which ones weren't. I was told, being the A blood type of my mom a long time ago, that I was literally a vegetarian. And now knowing what having an A blood type means, now understanding how to juice, now understanding that I need raw foods, it's a game changer.
Two wonderful testimonies. I mean, and we have so many more.
What got me
Now,
is
I want to share this with you. This lady here, some of you know about her. She's a YouTube blazer. I mean, she's all over YouTube. Now, she's not a part of Wakanna, and that's not why I have her here. But I have her here because sometimes we say, well, I don't think I can do this, or I don't think I can do that. But I want you to hear what this lady has to say.
what got me is that when they were talking about diseases are not hereditary, that we eat the same thing causing the same disease. And for me, you know, my mom died at 51 and she had ALS. And my dad is 68. He's the oldest male to live in the family. And a lot of my aunts and uncles and family members die very young of heart attacks and strokes and, you know, rare sicknesses. To me, meat was the common denominator. And I thought to myself, well, I haven't tried that, right? And they were talking about plant-based eating on what the hell. And so I told my husband, well, I've tried all the dummy drugs, all the guinea pig drugs that the doctors have given me over this last year and a half, and nothing has worked. If I've tried all that stuff, honey, I can at least try to do this vegan thing for 30 days and see if it make me feel better. And so we decided as a family to do a 30-day vegan challenge. And on day 10, my headaches went away. I remember I was walking through my kitchen and I was like, my head ain't hurting. I started feeling better from that day. I started getting my energy back. I started just feeling like myself again. On day 29, I told my husband, I said, I think this is my path. I'm going vegan. He looked at me and said, and I think tomorrow I'm gonna need a piece of chicken. I was like, it's been 2.5 years. I have never felt better in my life. I'm so very thankful that I made that decision for myself. And I never tried to force it on anybody else. I always tell people, whatever you decide, whether you're trying to go vegan or pescatarian, or you're just trying to make better choices, what is your why?
That's the question. What is your why? And somebody has your mic open, so make sure your mic is still muted, so I don't have to stop the screening to mute you. Somebody has your mic open. But what is your why? Make some choices to make better choices to live a longer time. We want to grow older chronologically, but we want to grow longer. We want to live longer biologically. So we've got 3 phases. We've got phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and I'm gonna focus on phase 2 and 3 because this is where I see people, our numbers have gone through the roof when people decide to do the 21-day cleanse. That's phase 3. 21 days eating fruits and vegetables and raw. I think that sounds like Miss Pat. Miss Pat, check and see if your mic unmuted. And then the phase 2 is the 7-day cleanse. So maybe you say, okay, well, I don't know if I can do 21 days of fruits and vegetables, raw eating, no meat, no cooked food, but I can do 7 days. Or I can do 7 days and even get some coffee to go with it when I get off of it, and some gummies to curb your appetite after you come off of the cleanse. Either way, and phase 1 is just to begin to be plant focused, begin to think better and make better choices. But either way, just get started. Now, anytime we do one of these presentations, and let me check and see, because I still hear that noise in the background. Let's see, I see, okay. All right, so anytime we do one of these presentations, we always have basically 3 kinds of people that we share this with. We've got that person, somebody invited you here, they've got a website, they really loved you enough for you to get this information. And so our challenge and what we hope you'll do is support them. Support them, go to their website, shop. You saw all the products that we have, all the CBD products, all the products that can help with pain and help with inflammation, the tinctures that you put under your tongue, the pain cream that you rub on. Even we've got products, whether you are a person maybe that you've been told you can't take CBD because it'll show up in your bloodstream and show up when you have a drug test. Well, guess what? We've got pure products that have less than 0.0% of THC. And we have what we call our power products that have what's legal in all 50 states, the 0.3% or less of THC. That's legal in all 50 states, but still gives you no high, has no psychoactivity to it. That's right. You can't get high off of our products because everything is coming from the hemp side of the plant, not the marijuana side of the plant. That's the difference. And we've got products to cook with. We've got products to put cooking oil. We got products to season. We've got all kinds. We've even got hand sanitizer that doesn't have alcohol in it, so it turns your hand white as soon as you use it. And gummies that help you just rest and get that REM. That's what the doctors called it, that REM type of sleep where it's restorative and you wake up fresh. So if you're that person, we are so excited because we're a customer-based company. We want every person to move and increase your elevation of health and wellness. Then you also might be that second person, because you may be that person who not only when you have that website, you're going to earn money from that website. So you might want to have a party. If you have a party, guess what? Now you can have a Jamaican night, you can have a puff night, any kind. But guess what happens? When you have a party, you're going to earn free product. You're going to earn free product just by hosting the party. And the person who invited you or your upline or your sponsor, you don't even have to join the company. Guess what? They will do the heavy lifting. All you got to do is invite. Just like we're having a big thing in Chicago right now called Pink Rush, where there are going to be tons of ladies there learning about this industry. And then you might be that third person that's like myself and my husband. Yes, we flew to Chicago. We had learned about this company. We learned about what was taking place. We didn't want to miss another opportunity. I'm just saying, what does that say? I've missed some opportunities. Yep, I wasn't at the table. Nobody told me about what a Google was or what the Bitcoin was when it was less than $1. I didn't understand it. I didn't grasp it. Wasn't at the table for Microsoft and for Apple. But now I didn't miss this table. And you might be that person that says, I don't want to miss another opportunity. So there are 3 ways for you to get started. 3 ways for you to get started, to have your own, to become your own owner of your own dispensary. Yes, you own your own store. And with that store, you get tons of product. You can either join us as a coach dispensary where you become a wellness coach, or you can become the wellness dispensary where you get the website and a lot of product, or you can do our starter pack. But the bottom line is we've got 7 ways for those of you that want to tap into the business side of what we do. Yep. Who doesn't need another stream of income? 7 ways for you to get paid. And then here are the things, the $14.99. Now this is our best, good, better, best. This is our best. It's $1,499, but it has a $2,300 value. And look all the stuff you get with this package. You get 3 of the 7-day cleanses and 1 of the 21-day cleanses, as well as a lot of our product, a lot of our top selling products, our pain cream, our Hempranium. Oh, by the way, that Hempranium Power and Pure is our own proprietary formula. And that Hemp MD, that's the highest product, the most potent CBD product that we have. For those that have those chronic issues, things that you really got going on, you've had them for a long time. And then we got sample products for you to give away to people. Let them try the pain cream. Hey, that's how much confidence we have, as well as being able to attend our Wakanna University. Because guess what? We want you educated. We want you to know what you know. We want you to understand about social media marketing and customer base, how to build it, money and edibles, cannabis investing. We want you to know all the history of CBD. And we want you to know what to say, what not to say. That's our compliance, as well as what I'm doing right now, the compensation plan. But maybe you say, okay, well, I don't know if I can do that. But listen, maybe you can do the wellness dispensary. Here's another option. For $799, you're still going to get 2 7-day cleanses, as well as a ton of product. It really has over an $1,100 total value attached to it. It's a fantastic way. This, the good, better. This is the better. This is the one right there in the middle. And they put you in a position that even if somebody else decides they want to do the business, you're going to benefit because you're going to be what's called a broker. And that's activated for you and you can benefit. Or last but definitely not least, is our starter pack. Now, if you're watching this and you are a person that has already said that you want to do the 7-day cleanse, let me introduce you to this starter pack. Because guess what? To me, it's the best of both worlds. For anybody that says, okay, I can't do 21 days, but I'm gonna do 7. Why not, for just a little extra money, get the starter pack? Because it comes with the 7-day cleanse. Do you see that? And then you get to use some more of our products or try other products out, or even sell them if you want to. The Power Hempranium, the 4-pack of gummies, broad and broad spectrum and full spectrum, which means power and pure. You get the Wakanna University, you get the broker activation key, and you get the website. Because if you decide to have a scan party and invite some family and friends, if you decide to do anything, if you decide to tell anybody, because we all network, yes, we do. You may not call yourself a network marketer, but everybody networks. You tell somebody about a movie, about a product, about a store, about where you bought some shoes, about a website you went to, but they don't pay you. But Wakanna does. Now, what we don't ask you to do is come in this room and you all of a sudden, just to get through the door, you got a business startup fee. We don't have any of that. Guess what? We don't even have a website hosting fee. Yes, I did not say you're going to get a website, but you don't pay anything for it every single month. All you got to do is just use it. And there are no required auto ships, no balancing of legs, no quotas, no shipping costs over the $10, $50. When a person purchases $50 or more, they get free shipping. And this is not a compensation plan that's only designed for the top 1%. If it were, I probably wouldn't be here. But here's what we do give you: customer support. And I've added distributor support. A shared revenue pool, a willable business, an unlimited income potential where you are your own boss and you have more time with your family, and a balanced compensation plan. So that's it. I'm done. End of story. Listen, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to open it up and see if we might have any questions. Again, I want to see if there's anybody here that's a guest for the very first time you ever saw this, first time you ever got exposed to Wakanna, maybe, whatever the case may be. Definitely put it in the chat. Let me know who's here. Or you can unmute yourself and let me know any comments or any questions that you might have. Let's go back through this chat here. See, we got any comments? Anybody want to unmute and make a comment or a question? I see some O positives. Yeah.
Hello, Dr. Ross. It's Margaret Dorsey.
Hey there, Mama Dorsey.
Hey, I just wanted to say, if I'm late for Pink Rush, I'm gonna blame it on you. Okay, I couldn't get. I'm still trying to get dressed. So, but absolutely fantastic, and just would love to have a copy of the recording once you get it done.
Okay, fantastic.
Thank you, guys.
Wonderful.
Yes, phenomenal job, Dr. Ross. Thank you. This is Erica.
Hey, Erica.
I would like to have a copy of that too. I was just saying to Troy, I haven't seen it that way before. I love that. So great job, Dr. Ross. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. You're welcome. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Shanice. I see you. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey.
This is Calvin. How's everybody doing?
Hey, Calvin.
I just wanted to say, I put it